Skydance's FCC push, Paramount merger and CBS News shakeup explained. Imagine this. A titan of the entertainment industry, Skydance, is on the brink of swallowing up the media giant Paramount Global. But here's where it gets controversial. The head honcho of Skydance, David Ellison, is pushing for federal approval of this mega merger. And he's got a few tricks up his sleeve. He's promising a fresh focus on American storytelling and a supposedly unbiased direction for CBS News. But can we really trust these claims? Let's dive in and explore the tangled web of this high-stakes deal. And this is the part most people miss. The implications of this merger go far beyond just entertainment. They touch on issues of editorial independence, political influence, and even international relations. So, buckle up as we unravel the complexities of this power play. The CEO of Skydance, David Ellison, recently sat down with Federal Communications Chairman Brendan Carr to discuss the long-awaited merger between his company and Paramount. This meeting, detailed in a federal filing, has sent shockwaves through the industry, particularly at Paramount's subsidiary, CBS News, and its flagship program, 60 Minutes. The merger, valued at a staggering $8 billion, has faced numerous delays under both the Biden and Trump administrations. But why all the fuss? Well, it turns out that David Ellison, son of tech billionaire Larry Ellison, has some big plans. He and Skydance's general counsel have been singing the praises of diverse viewpoints and an unbiased editorial direction for CBS News. They've even addressed concerns about potential Chinese influence, assuring that Tencent, a China-based tech giant with a stake in Skydance, will hold only a non-voting, passive interest in the new Paramount. But let's not forget, Tencent's involvement raises eyebrows, especially given the sensitive nature of media and information control. Paramount, which also owns Comedy Central and its namesake movie studio, among other major media entities, has remained tight-lipped about the matter. Since the merger was announced a year ago, it has been a roller coaster ride of delays and controversies. The Trump administration accused 60 Minutes of distorting an interview with Democratic opponent Kamala Harris during the 2024 election, leading to a lawsuit. While many legal experts dismissed the suit as frivolous, reports suggested that Paramount boss Sherry Redstone was open to a settlement with Trump to smooth out regulatory hurdles. And settle they did, with Paramount agreeing to pay a hefty $16 million. This settlement, and the negotiations leading up to it, have ruffled feathers at CBS. High-profile members like 60 Minutes correspondent Scott Pelley have spoken out against the deal, calling it very damaging. Longtime 60 Minutes editor Bill Owens stepped down, citing the program's loss of editorial independence, and CBS News boss Wendy McMahon followed suit a month later. The fallout didn't stop there. On The Late Show, host Stephen Colbert, a frequent Trump critic, blasted the agreement as a big fat bribe. And in a move that has left many scratching their heads, CBS announced the cancellation of its 32-year-old late-night franchise, effective in May, citing financial reasons. Media outlets had previously hinted at the possibility of a Colbert cancellation being framed as a cost-cutting move. Trump, ever the showman, cheered the announcement on his social media site, Truth Social, saying he absolutely loves the decision. So, what does all this mean for the future of media and entertainment? How will this merger shape the landscape of American storytelling? And perhaps most importantly, can we trust the promises of unbiased journalism in an era of political polarization and corporate influence? These are the questions that keep us up at night, and we want to hear your thoughts. Do you believe in the potential for unbiased media? Or are we all just pawns in a bigger game? Share your opinions in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. After all, the future of media is in our hands, and it's up to us to demand transparency, accountability, and, above all, the truth. Skydance-Paramount merger. FCC talks unveil commitment to unbiased journalism. In a move that could reshape a media empire, the head of an acquiring company made a powerful promise directly to a top government regulator. A steadfast commitment to unbiased news. This high-stakes conversation is at the heart of the pending merger between Skydance Media and Paramount Global, and it reveals the complex pressures shaping the future of news and entertainment. This week, Skydance CEO David Ellison held a pivotal meeting with FCC Chairman Brendan Carr and other key agency staff. The primary topic on the table was the regulatory green light for Skydance's proposed takeover of Paramount Global. According to official filings, the discussion ventured deep into the sensitive territory of news coverage and editorial integrity. Ellison, accompanied by his legal counsel, Matthew A. Brill, reportedly assured the FCC officials of Skydance's dedication to impartial journalism. The filing outlines a promise to embrace a wide spectrum of viewpoints, ensuring that the editorial direction of CBS News would genuinely mirror the diverse ideological landscape of the American public. This pledge is a direct attempt to address concerns in an era of deep political polarization, where media trust is a constant battleground. Beyond the newsroom, Ellison and Brill presented their leadership team, the Ellison family and partner firm Redbird, as the fresh visionaries needed to navigate today's challenging media environment. They argued that their experience is precisely what's required to steer the new entity, dubbed New Paramount, toward long-term growth. Their plan emphasizes not only innovation but also the preservation of the storied legacy of the national CBS television network and its 28 locally owned and operated stations, which serve as vital community touchstones. But here's where the conversation took a controversial turn. The discus. David Ellison meets FCC chairman for Paramount deal approval. In a bold move to secure a pivotal deal, David Ellison, the head of Skydance, recently sat down with FCC Chairman Brendan Carr, marking a critical step in the quest to finalize the acquisition of Paramount Global. This high-stakes meeting, which took place on Tuesday, July 15th, included Carr's chief of staff, Greg Watson, and Ben Arden, a special counsel from the Media Bureau, signaling the seriousness of the discussions. During the meeting, Ellison emphasized Skydance's dedication to impartial journalism and a commitment to representing a wide range of viewpoints. According to an ex parte filing submitted to the FCC, Ellison highlighted how these principles will guide CBS's editorial decisions, ensuring they reflect the diverse perspectives of American audiences. This emphasis on unbiased reporting and diverse voices is crucial as the FCC evaluates the implications of the deal. The timing of this meeting is particularly significant as the FCC is reportedly close to making a decision on the transfer of CBS broadcast licenses. Various stakeholders, including the Teamsters and the Center for American Rights, have been actively lobbying the FCC to consider specific conditions. Just last week, representatives from the CBS Television Network Affiliates Association met with the FCC to advocate for protections related to local resources. The importance of maintaining local presence was a recurring theme in the discussions. In the filing, Skydance outlined the public interest benefits of the transaction, emphasizing that the Ellison family and Redbird Capital Partners bring a fresh perspective and the necessary expertise to drive New Paramount's growth in the rapidly evolving media landscape. They stressed the commitment to preserving and enhancing the legacy and broad reach of the national CBS television network and its 28 owned and operated local stations. But here's where it gets controversial: the issue of diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, also surfaced during the meeting. The FCC has required companies to discontinue support for certain DEI programs as a condition for approval. Skydance's filing indicates a willingness to comply with these requirements, aligning with the precedents set by T-Mobile, Verizon, and others. This stance might raise eyebrows among those who believe DEI initiatives are crucial for fostering a more inclusive industry. Another contentious point was the involvement of the Chinese tech giant Tencent, which holds a minority stake in Skydance. Ellison reassured the FCC that Tencent's stake is non-voting and passive, representing less than 5% of the company's equity post-deal. He emphasized that New Paramount will be led by a team of American executives focused on storytelling, and that Redbird's investment will not include any participation from Chinese entities or individuals. The recent $16 million settlement between Paramount and former President Donald Trump, along with the sudden cancellation of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, has kept Paramount in the spotlight. These events have intensified speculation about the company's future. Ellison's meeting with the FCC suggests that a decision on the deal is imminent, and that he is ready to implement changes once he and his partners at Redbird assume control. What do you think about the FCC's stance on DEI programs? Do you believe it's the right move, or does it hinder progress in the media industry? Share your thoughts in the comments below.